So today's video is just a quick update on my backyard project. No real work involved other than I am spreading my mulch out a little bit with a rake. It's rained the past couple of days and so I let it dry out. Did have a few piles from the last load of mulch and so I'm just leveling it up a little bit. I do plan to plant some vegetation yet this summer, so the mulch will get disturbed, so that's why I didn't level it up perfectly, but I did want to get a nice bed. Here it wraps around the back of the house next to the deck. You can see it tucks right behind my limestone retaining wall. It just needs to be tidied up a bit. And then I put a generous heap behind the house here, mounted it up right next to the foundation. Just to give you an idea of how much mulch this is, it is right at 16 cubic yards, maybe even a little bit more than that because my supplier is fairly generous. But I did order 16 yards, which is 2 full dump trailer loads. And my cost is $450. So relatively speaking, it's a cheap product, and that's why I go very generous, especially in areas where there was no previous mulch installed. And so now I've got a nice deep bed of mulch, and as that breaks down, it'll leave a nice organic base for vegetation. And each year I'll just top it off with a few yards. I'm getting limestone delivered tomorrow, and I've got 5 tons of 1 1/4 inch limestone, crushed limestone, and I estimate I'll be able to put in about a 4-inch deep layer of limestone, which will make a nice base here for the fire pit area, the grill, and then just seating area in this space. So again, going back to just overall budget, I've spent $450 for the mulch, and that's my total cost other than my own labor to wheel it back here. And then the limestone is going to be about $270, and that's delivered. I really couldn't do it any cheaper doing it myself, hauling it myself, even though I do have a trailer. The boulders were free, other than me having to go get them because somebody just wanted them out of their backyard. And the limestone blocks were also free. Those just came from a farm building foundation where the building was long gone, and I just went and repurposed the limestone blocks. So total cost so far, I'm at right around $700 for materials, and then a little gas in my Bobcat, a little gas in the truck to deliver it, and then of course my blood, sweat, and tears. I estimate if my son and I were doing this for a customer, the mulch alone would be right at 2,000 plus installed. The boulders, I don't even know what a price of a boulder would be. The big one in the center, that 300-pounder, is what I'm estimating it to be, is probably a couple $100 for a rock if you wanted to get that at a retail store. Just guessing, I have no idea. And then the limestone, I again have no idea what the cost would be, but I estimate with all the material, labor, installation, it'd be several $1,000s to install this in a backyard. So again, I like to do things on the cheap, and I like to repurpose where I can, and that's the only reason I have the boulders. If I didn't have the boulders already, I would have never paid to install boulders in my own backyard. But they are a nice feature, and as big as they are, they are a really nice feature, and I'm going to enjoy them a lot. So there you have it. I will update a final video when I get the limestone installed, and then maybe later on when we get some plants. Right now it's just decision fatigue as far as what vegetation to plant, because I've got such a big bed now. You can see I've just got a blank slate as far as plants. So I need to start researching and see what I want to start planting. So if you have any ideas or suggestions on what I can do back here, I'd love to see them in the comments.